Llegó para quedarse contigo. El deporte total. Llegó para quedarse contigo.
Muy buenos días, damas y caballeros. Bienvenidos al Campo Lealtad del Parque La Loma en Tepic, Nayarit, México. Para el partido número 40 de la segunda edición de la Copa Mundial Juvenil de Béisbol 5 de la Confederación Mundial de Béisbol y Softball, entre el equipo visitante de Turquía y el equipo local de Venezuela. Representando al equipo visitante de Turquía, los jugadores titulares son la Copa Mundial Juvenil. En el número 47, Mohamed Yuta Alkan. En el número 99, Osman Burukan. Con el número 9, Yamur Bosda. Con el número 1, Iyad Ikan Aksi. Con el número 11, Seyran Nisa Ozdemir. Y el resto de los jugadores con el número 2, Feda Anil. Con el número 7, Eylul Ablak. Y con el número 8, Bilal Emir Pekal. El entrenador principal, Hassan Helva. Y el líder de la delegación, Mustafa Kayahan. Y representando al equipo local de Venezuela, los jugadores titulares son, con el número 18, Alexander Manuel Gamboa Gómez. Con el número 14, Ricardo José Salazar Caridad. Con el número 7, Jesús Enrique Navarro Briceño. Con el número 23, María Victoria Mesa Montilla. Y con el número 11, Denismar Yonarkelis. Y el resto de los jugadores, con el número 0, Alexander Manuel Gamboa Gómez. Con el número 4, Tayerdin Norbelis Moreno Ascanio. Y con el número 5, Deiker Manuel González Jiménez. El entrenador principal, Niobaldo Benjamín Zorrilla Suárez. Y el líder de la delegación, Ángel Delgado. Y ahora, damas y caballeros, nos complace presentar a los oficiales de este partido. Oficial de home plate, Brian Manyeki de Kenia. Oficial de primera base, Caridad Tei Quiñones Pedroso de Cuba. Oficial de segunda base, Pablo Alberto Muñoz García de México. Oficial de tercera base, Enrique Arón de León Maldonado de México. Y oficial de mesa, Rubén Baena de México. Y ahora, damas y caballeros, les pedimos que por favor nos pongamos de pie los que podamos hacerlo. Si pueden, quítense el sombrero y guarden silencio para escuchar respetuosamente el himno nacional de Turquía. De igual manera, damas y caballeros, les pedimos su atención y su respeto para escuchar las notas del himno nacional de Venezuela.
Ladies and gentlemen, the quarterfinals of the Youth Baseball 5 World Cup, they are underway. Hello, friends, from the beautiful Parque La Loma in Tepic, Nayarit. Tony Alvarez with you on the call for this one. It's a rematch of the group stage, Venezuela and Turkey. It's going to be a fun one, and of course, the winner will advance to the semifinals to face Chinese Taipei. Here is, on your screen, the starting lineup for this team of Turkey, as we get the roster, of course, with the manager Hassan Helva and the coach Mustafa Kayahan. Muhammad Al-Kaan, he will be leading off for this Turkey team, as Osman Buruskan will be batting second, Jamur Bozdag batting third, Yiti Kanasi batting fourth, and Seyran Özdemir batting fifth. As we take a look now at the roster for Venezuela, everyone, of course, led by Neowaldo Zorrilla, the manager. This Venezuela team undefeated so far in this Youth Baseball 5 World Cup, as they will take their defensive positions. They are the home team in this one, as we said, undefeated. And for Turkey, playing 500 ball with a huge win last night against France to advance to this quarterfinal game. We are ready to go, and right off the bat, the first player for Turkey is on base. So, as it happened last night, they will like to get things going early and often. Here is now Osman Buruskan. Some changes there for the manager, Helva. Just a soft touch there, the throw to first, and they do get the out. So the runner advances to second base. Here is Yağmur Bozdag last night with an outstanding performance, not only offensively but also defensively, diving for balls, completing double plays to seal the game and the victory for Turkey yesterday against France. And there, a strong head ball, but over there making the out at first, so quickly Venezuela trying to avoid any damage early on in this one. The dangerous Yiti Kanasi now, also to bat. Last night with a very good performance, overcoming a different scenario, obviously. Here a roller to short and the throw to first, and that is the out. So a 1-2-3 side retired after a leadoff hit, and here comes now Venezuela. We were talking about this team. Leading off Alexander Gamboa. He has been all over the place in this Youth Baseball 5 World Cup. And a line drive caught over there. A good job by Buruscan for the first out of the game here in the bottom of the first. As Ricardo Salazar comes to bat, Jesus Navarro on deck, the first three for this Venezuela team. As we said, they finished in first place in Group C over Japan and over this Turkey team. Strong throw to first, and that is safe. They beat Japan, they beat Turkey. Of course, we were talking about how they got the win on the table, if you will, against Fiji. Sadly, they could not make it to this Youth Baseball 5 World Cup. And then they advanced yesterday also after winning a game in the second round. Navarro on base now, 2 on for Venezuela. Quickly trying to attack Maria Mesa now, and Denismar Porteles on deck as we take another look at that one. Here's the youngster Mesa. Good contact, moving the runners, no chance to get her in first. So the bases are loaded now for Porteles. Look out here. Of course, in that right side of the field, Bozdag and Ozdemir are very, very good defensive players for Turkey. And over there is the ball. They get the out at first. So a run scores. Venezuela takes the lead. Porteles retired as we take another look there. No chance for a tag with the runner moving Mesa. And Porteles is retired, so one away for a second out. And here's the throw to first, and they get the out. So they just limited damage to 1 run. Venezuela's on top 1-0 after 1. For Turkey, of course, this is considered a victory after what just happened when they had the bases loaded and Venezuela just scored once. Ozdemir, she has been also very, very good offensively for Turkey. Here to start the second. Gamboa cannot field that one. That's going to be safe at first. So Ozdemir reaches. And Alcan comes to bat. On the bounce there, tough play to handle the ball cleanly. Speaking of, that one hits off the wall, so that's going to be an automatic out, as we've been talking about frequently. If a ball hits straight from the batter's hand, the wall, or it goes over it, that's going to be an automatic out. Now let's take another look at that one. It seems that was a foul ball. Yes, it is. So, once again, a self-explanatory play for the rule book. That is also a automatic out. So when a ball hits first in foul ground, that is an out. Every play counts. Coming back to first base is Ozdemir. Here comes Bozdag. 1-0 Venezuela on top here in the second. A grounder, the third, and that's going to be an out. Over there, the home plate official, Brian Maniecki, saying that the ball bounced in the no-hit zone, so that's going to be also an out. Another great example for everyone that is tuning in for a first time. As we see over there, the leader of this Turkey Federation, the coach, Mustafa Kahayan. And we move now to the second inning. The bottom half, of course, for Venezuela. Liner that cannot be caught. It ricochets off of Buruscan. Now on base, here is Salazar. Here's Jesus Navarro now. So Venezuela already with a runner on, try to add to that 1-0 lead. To second, just kind of pushing the ball with the hand there. And assisting was Demir, but Salazar beat the throw to second. So 2 runners on now for Venezuela here and nobody out. It was a very close game, the first set between these two teams back in the group stage, but Venezuela won it in straight sets. To first, the flip, and that's an out. So Mesa's retired, but 2 runners move an extra base. As there's a good play by Ozdemir. Porteles now to bat. Almost caught on the fly. It gets away and a run will score. Salazar stepping over home plate. Porteles reaches 2 on, 1 out and another run in for the South American team. The only South American team here in the Youth Baseball 5 World Cup. We're just going to double check on this one just to make sure. And we are all set to continue. Here is Alexander Gamboa. To first, a tough one there, avoiding contact with the ball from first base was Porteles. So now the bases are loaded. And here comes Ricardo Salazar in a huge spot as Venezuela looks to add on. Almost there, caught. Interesting enough, it ricochets off Ozdemir, and making there the assist is Ikanasi to make the out to force Navarro at second. Wow, what a play. It was Porteles retired, excuse me. So retired there. Runners at second and first. A run does score. And there I'll take another look at that one just to make sure. It's 3-0. 2 runs have crossed home plate here. And now over there on the field, just trying to stay on the same page as the Turkey players. Ustag over there with a C and Khan. As the officials are still taking a look at that one. And here we go. Navarro now. A strong contact at first, but there's the flip, and they do get the out. So Navarro's retired, but damage is done by Venezuela once again. 2 runs score. It's 3-0 heading into the third. A quick reminder of what happened back in the group stage, as we were talking about how Venezuela reached their first win on the table, but then hard-fought wins against Japan and Turkey. That is a great play defensively by Gamboa. In and out to start the third. Retired is Ikanasi. Bit frustrated after that call. Ozdemir now to bat. Off of Porteles. So reaching here is Ozdemir here in the third hit of the game for Turkey. And now a grounder that after it touches the third baseman, it goes over the wall. So that's going to be also a hit. Let's see if they give him an extra base. That's not the case here, but 2 runners on with 1 away for Buruscan. Osman Buruscan. He represents a tying run for Turkey. A soft touch, but the flip to third by Salazar. They do get the lead runner. Buruscan reaches, but Ozdemir is retired. That's a heads-up play over there made by Salazar. 2 down. So as we saw yesterday, a great job defensively by Turkey. This time Venezuela doing it as well. Both stuck to bat. 3-0 to score. Grounder that hits and foul ground, and that is the end of the inning. So a wasted chance here for Turkey. It's still 3-0. Venezuela has 8 hits in the game. Turkey 4. And now we are set to continue with Maria Mesa leading off. 1 for 2 for her today. And off the hop, a tough one there. Trying to control it was Buruscan. So Mesa reaches once again the leadoff hitter in the inning for Venezuela. Gets to first base. It's tough to keep that foot in the white area, as you see. Just a flip there to first, trying to advance the runner. Good job by Porteles, in essence sacrificing herself. And here's Alexandra Gamboa now, trying to bring that run home. Now they're going to say that the ball hit and foul ground, so coming back over there is Mesa. Now she reaches to second after that contact by Gamboa, and 2 on with 1 away. Tough play for Buruscan, trying to get it barehanded. Salazar up the middle. Everyone is safe. Bases loaded for Venezuela. We are in the bottom of the 3rd. Navarro now. He was the last out of the 2nd. Strong contact back up the middle. A run will score and the bases will remain loaded. Maria Mesa. She scored and she will continue the inning at the batter's box. Taking a deep breath. It's a 4-0 Venezuela lead. Here we go. That is an out. It hit and foul ground, and as we've told you, that's an automatic out. A ball that hits first and foul ground, obviously before it clears the base. A ball that also clears the wall before it bounces. A ball that hits the wall, literally. That's also an automatic out. And what a play there by Buruscan to get the final out in the inning. However, 1 more run here for Venezuela. They lead 4-0. Some clapping there in the Turkey bench, trying to create some motivation, some momentum here in the 4th. As you're gonna see, will step into the batter's box. And he prepares to deliver up the middle. A tough play for Gamboa. So runner is on here to start the 4th as well. But this time for Turkey. Turkey in a great game played yesterday against France. They looked real good. Their minds were in the right place, and they came back to win it in straight sets. A flip to first base. They do get the put out. So as Demir's retired and Ikanasi advances to second base, and here is Alcan. So Muhammad Alcan, tough play, but the flip to first, and again they get the out. What a great job over there on the right side of the infield between Mesa and Porteles. Just a great safety net for Venezuela defensively. Here is Buruscan. 4-0 Venezuela in the 4th. Back up the middle, and that's going to be the first run of the game for Turkey. Reaching is Buruscan. Ikanasi crosses the plate. Bozdag now. She has been the final out in the last 2 innings. To first, the flip, And once again, she is the final out in an inning. However, Turkey does score a run. It's 4-1, and Venezuela now have put themselves 3 outs away from a victory. So it's 4-1 here in the bottom of the 4th in the first set. And Gamboa once again will lead things off here in the 4th for a Venezuela team that looks to remain undefeated. They have looked real good. To short, the throw to first, and it sails away. So that's going to be the first error of the game as Gamboa reaches. And here comes Salazar with a runner at second. Get the good look there on the replay. Great job by everyone at the production crew. Boy, did she touch her? Yes, she did over there. Ozdemir touched it, and just Gamboa sprinting to second, from second to home. If Ozdemir would have not touched that one, that would have hit the wall and it would have been an automatic out. And right there, all over it, second field official Pablo Munoz pointing exactly to the Turkey player. Grounder to first. Tough play again for Ozdemir, having a tough time today here so far. So another runner on base for Venezuela. Here's Maria Mesa. It's a 5-1 game so far here in the first set. Turkey at 2-2. Venezuela undefeated after the group stage and the second round. Did she touch the base first? Yes, great play by Bozdag. Retired is Mesa. It was not easy. A little banged up after that one as she was a bit shaking up. And she is in pain. Hopefully she can remain in the game. But as you see there, when she tried to touch the back just barely, it seemed like her right side when she stretched, and of course when she hit the court here. As you see the fans in awe after that play, amazed by the defense from this Turkey team. You can tell that she gave it all of her effort. She seems to be okay. Let's see if she can continue. She nods with her head, and yes, she can. She is a warrior. We've seen her dive for balls all over the place and make plays, just like in this one. So an out here, and Denismar Porteles will come to bat. Staying in the game is Bozdag. She calls for the ball. She gets it from home plate official Brian Maniecki. There's a contact. Good play. The flip by Ozdemir. They do get the second out of the inning, but another run has crossed the plate as Salazar gets home safely. 6-1 now the game. Gamboa here to bat with a runner at third. And he will score. It's Navarro crossing the plate now. Another run. It's 7-1. Venezuela controlling this first set. Salazar with the grounder to short, the flip to second. The ball gets away, so everyone is safe as they advance an extra base. And here is the replay for you. Just a bit off the bag. The flip there towards second base. Navarro, who just scored, comes to bat. That ball seemed to just clear the no-hit zone. As now 2 more runs cross the plate, but there was time called. At least that's what we understand. And now they're going to confirm that. So take another look at that one. Coming in from third is Gamboa. That's a run. But now let's see if they're going to give Navarro the run, or he will be required to get back to third base. The coach for Turkey there having a conversation with the home plate official Brian Maniecki about the rule. and that time was not granted. So yes, another run comes in here, and now that we are at 9-1, if Venezuela scores 2 more times, that will be the ball game because of the run difference rule. Grounded to short on a hop to first, save. So this inning will continue. Maria Mesa reaches, and here comes Porteles. A lot of frustration from this Turkey team. That ball caught on a fly ball there. Good job by Icanasi, and finally the third out of the inning, but more runs for Venezuela. They have looked amazing so far, and in this 4th inning, they scored 5 times. It's 9-1 the score here in the first set, and now they need only 3 more outs to complete this victory in this opening set and to stay on top. Great play there. Up the middle. It's Salazar, greatly placed with a great grab. Ozdemir to bat. To short, Gamboa, the strong throw to first. What a play. What a play by Alexander Gamboa. Look at him. Off balance throw, and they get the second out. Mohamed Alcan now. The second, the flip by Porteles. And completing the out with Mesa there. And Venezuela, just like that, in a 1-2-3 5th inning, they secure the first set. 9-1 the final score in this one. And now they will look to win it again in straight sets against this team. We were saying this is the second time that these two teams faced each other. We talked about how Venezuela took a while to play their first game, to actually be on the field, as they were scheduled to play Fiji. That game was a victory for them. Japan beat Turkey in the Turkey opener, and later on Venezuela beat Japan, dominating the game 11-7 and 11-0, while Turkey got their first victory against Fiji. And there were some doubts there, considering that they had not gotten a win on the field. They dropped that game against Venezuela that we were talking about. Venezuela won the first set 2-1. It was a highly contested matchup. And then in the second set, Venezuela got the win by winning 8-5. After that, moving on to the second round, what a victory by Turkey, beating France in an extraordinary fashion. 9-7 in the first set, coming from behind, and 11-9 in the second set, also coming from behind. While Venezuela, they were scheduled to play Ghana, and as we've told you, well, Ghana also could not make it here to this tournament. And here we are now in the quarterfinals. Chinese Taipei beat Japan 3-0 in the first set, 11-3 in the second to win in straight sets, and they will face the winner of this game as Venezuela now takes the field for the second set, and we are set to continue the game. So we will wait quickly for the lineups for this one. Let's see if managers has some changes, as Mohamed Alcan will continue leading off. There he is with the soft touch, the throw to first, and safe the call there. Exactly what they wanted. Here comes Jamur Bozdag. So some changes so far only in the order to bat. Grounded a second. Mesa could not field it cleanly. The flip to first. And they do get an out there. Advancing is Alcan. Here is Icanasi now. So short, Gamboa charging the throw to first, and they get the out. And here is Ozdemir. With a runner at 3rd and 2 away. Ozdemir strongly to short. Gamboa the throw to first. And they get the out. Big play defensively for this Venezuela team that, boy, they do not get tired of showing their defensive skills. Of course, we know that this Turkey team also has a great defensive squad, as Gamboa now will try to reach, and he will. Alexander Gamboa leading off also in the second set for Venezuela. Here's a change in the lineup for this team. Couple of hits to start the game as Dayerlin Moreno comes into the game. And now Salazar will reach also. Gamboa coming all the way from second to score the first Venezuela run here in this second set. So is Ricardo Salazar reaching. And now again a conversation over there between the head coach for Turkey and the home plate official. 1-0 to score. Grounder, first base side, touching the bag over there on a great play made by Bozdag. So that's an out. That was a great play also, as a second out was recorded, as you see there on your screen. So 2 away. The ball squirts away from Ozdemir. 2-1. As Portelis reaches. So Denismar Portelis staying in the game, batting 5th as well as she did in the first set. That's an out. Gamboa is retired, but it doesn't matter because Venezuela has taken the lead. It's 1-0 as we see that great play there. First stopping the ball and then touching the base. Bozdag. So 3 young girls on the field for both of these teams in the second set, as Anil now takes an at-bat and the throw to first, and she is retired. Quickly to start things here in the second inning. And now that's an automatic out. Boy, some complicated situations here for Turkey, some self-inflicted wounds. Jamil Bozdag now. Already Turkey down a run. They need to win this set to extend it to a final set. That's also an out. It hit inside the zone there that is not allowed, so it's a quick 1-2-3 inning for Turkey. Wow. Basic fundamentals now from Baseball 5 have been applied by Venezuela, but not quite by Turkey. So Moreno to lead things off here in the second. 1-0 to score. Strong grounder. And maybe that's one of those things, as we see on your screen. It's a tough play for Ozdemir, of course. But right there, it seems that Ikanasi, instead of trying to play it off a bounce off the wall, maybe trying to field it in front of him to get a chance to throw to first. That's kind of what we've seen from the left side of the infield for Venezuela in this one, to try and get the ball and then get a quick throw to first for an out. To second, now that ball, the flip over there and safe. So everyone will remain where they are. The bases are loaded. As you see Anil there with the flip. And now we will have a conversation as Neualdo Zorrilla will come to talk to the home plate official. And now they will have a conversation all around as Brian Mañecki calls for Caridad Quiñones, the first base field official. Pablo Muñoz is at second, Enrique de Leon at third, and Ruben Baena is the table official, but so far just the officials on the field. So seems that's an out at second. Let's see why. There was a touch there, a soft touch. There is an out, yes. So a confirmation as we see the second base official, Pablo Muñoz, all over that one. So Salazar is retired. Now runners at the corners with one away. So that's the scenario here for Portelis. That's a fair ball, and nobody was over there at home plate. However, since the ball did hit Moreno, let's take another look at that one. No, it wasn't foul ground. Okay, so it went in between her legs, but the ball hit in foul ground, so that's an automatic out. Portelis retired. Now a conversation there as the table official will come to talk also to the manager Zorrilla, and now the explanation there. Not happy Portelis with a call, but clearly you saw on a replay. Great job over there by our production crew, our camera crew, everyone at the truck. Say hello, and we thank them for their job. And over there, a line drive caught. Gamboa retired because of the great play by Ozdemir. So no runs here for Venezuela. Great job defensively by Turkey. Look at that placement and the play made by Seyran Ozdemir. And here comes Turkey, trying to create something quickly. They are down a run. Here is Yit Ikan Asi. Strong contact there. Good play, sliding over there. And then the throw to second to complete the out by Moreno. The first out here in the third. What a play there on her knees. And Portelis at first with a grab. Ozdemir now, as we talked about, she is very, very good defensively, and here offensively having some trouble. What a play again made by Gamboa. Boy, he has been all over the place. Look at that off-balance throw. And over there at first, again, a great grab. Gamboa again with the throw to first and the out. Boy, to say that he's all over the place, it's an understatement. 1, 2, 3 inning. They go down in order now, and we will go to the bottom of the third. Look at that play. Mesa could not get that one. And Gamboa just again off balance. Boy, great game by Gamboa. We might add also that he scored the only run in this set for Venezuela as they look to add on more. Off of Ozdemir, the throw to first. It gets away, and now reaching is Moreno to start things here in the third. Ricardo Salazar has a couple of hits in this one. Just flipping that one over to third base side. Safe the throw. Now taking over towards third is Moreno. Taking advantage of that is Salazar. So now a couple of runners in scoring position for Venezuela. Take a look at that one again. Could not be handled cleanly. That one, yes, that's an out at first, but another run scores as Mesa does her job. And now Salazar advances to third. Portelis, 1 for 2 so far. Grounder to second and the flip to first, and that's an out. But another run scores here for this Venezuela team that looks to be right on top in the standings, and of course looking for a championship. Strong to third after the bobble to throw to first, but safe. Boy, Ozdemir her work cut out for today. As here comes Dayerlin Moreno, single and scored. In this very same inning, it's 3-0 Venezuela. Now to second, the flip to that base, and the ball gets away. So another base runner for this Venezuela team that is undefeated. As we take a look there, a great play being attempted by Anil. Salazar, that's a strong one. Anil cannot hold on to that one. The flip gets away, and Gamboa scores again. Venezuela with a 4-0 lead. 3-run third for them so far. And here's Maria Mesa. They have not lost a set against this Turkey team. They beat them in straight sets in the opening round in the group stage, as that ball is caught over there by Bozdag to end the inning finally. But 3 more runs here for Venezuela, so it's 4-0. And of course, time is running out on this Turkey team. The winner will face Chinese Taipei in the semifinals. As we take a look at the Kenyan team in attendance, watching on, looking and scouting their possible opponents for later on. Muhammad Alcan to lead things off, as we are having here a conversation between Brian Manyeki, the home plate official, and the table officials for this one. And now, as we see assistant official Alessia Cicconi over there pointing and now reaching for the attention of Hassan Helva, the manager. They're talking about something on the field while the Venezuela players gather themselves over there, and they have a huddle over there at second base area. We might have some changes though here for Turkey, as at least for now Muhammad Alcan will remain in the game. And once more we see a conversation there on the table. So earlier today it was Chinese Taipei beating Japan in straight sets in the first quarterfinal game here at Parque La Loma on Field 1. The second game to determine their rival. And you do not want to miss the action later on, of course. Live and for free at the WBSC's YouTube channel. We have Cuba and Lithuania later on. Of course, Mexico and Kenya. And much more action still to come. A grounder, Gamboa again with a strong throw, but this time it's Alcan beating it to start the fourth. Turkey needs help. Time called there now after Alcan went all the way to second base. And here is Bozdag. 4-run deficit. And Turkey needs heroes quickly. Mesa with a long flip. That was a tough play, as Gamboa was out of his shortstop position, if you will, as we take another look there, and Mesa had to charge that one, controlling it after a bobble, but just no chance for an out. So runners at the corners and nobody out here for Ikan Asi. Big spot, Gamboa, the flip to second, there's one, the relay to first, and they get the double play. They are not happy at the Turkey bench. But as it stands, it's a double play. Gamboa again starting the magic there. It was close, but it was an out. A run did score there for Turkey though. So nobody out, nobody on base, excuse me, and 2 out now with a 4-1 game, and a line drive caught by Mesa. That's the inning, and even though that run did score, that double play just killed a possible rally. Oh, what a play there. And it seems, of course, the frustration from the Turkey bench, but Ikanasi thought he had his right foot on the base. He was just short, and the ball just got in there. And now to the bottom half of the fourth inning with a 4-1 game. Venezuela 3 outs away from securing the second set, the game, and a ticket to the semifinals. That's going to be an out, an automatic out, as we've talked about plenty of times. Porteles with the ball that it bounced first in the no-hit zone. So by rule, that's an out. Here's Gamboa. Ozdemir frustrated after she could not hold on to that one, but she has played oh so well in the tournament. But she knows that time is running out on Turkey. Now Moreno again towards Ozdemir. The ball rolls to second base and 2 runners on. So Venezuela trying to put this game away. 13 hits in this one for them. Turkey only 3. It's 4-1. Again, a bounce off the no-hit zone. So Salazar is retired, and here comes Maria Mesa. Mesa just a 1 hit in this game, but she has played outstanding on defense for Venezuela, as the rest of the players that started here, not only in the first set, but also in the second, the flip to second base. And that is the out that ends the bottom of the fourth. So it's a 4-1 ball game. Venezuela needs just 3 more outs to secure a spot in the semifinals. We will have a change apparently here, as Anil was scheduled to come to bat, but it's going to be Eyul Ablak to lead things off. And over there to second, that's going to be an out. Let's take a look at that one again. On the bounce, on the strong, quick throw to first. So quickly 1 away, and here comes Muhammad Alcan. Again, a conversation on the table, not exactly sure of the topic here. But Turkey knows that this deficit is something they can overcome. It's a 3-run game. Yes, it's their final at bat in essence, but they came back in the last inning of the first set against France last night, and they were also down at 1 point, 5 runs against France in that very game in the second set, and they also came back to win it and secure a W in straight sets, and that is why they are playing here right now in the quarterfinals. Do they have more magic in them? As now coming in here is Neowaldo Zorrilla, the manager for Venezuela. Also listening to one of the WBSC's officials here to try and get an explanation of what's going on. So we will wait for that to conclude, and home plate official Brian Maniecki is set to deliver the ball to Alcan. 1 away here in the fifth. 4-1 Venezuela. The soft touch there. It's a fair ball. It is a fair ball, and Alcan all the way to second. He's going to be safe. Waiting for the ball to roll to foul ground was both Salazar and Mesa, and it just never did. It stayed in fair territory. That was costly, as Turkey has a runner in scoring position. They're still down 3 runs though, and here is Bozdag. Oh, caught on the fly by Salazar. 2 down. Well positioned, and the frustration, of course, by the youngster over there in the Turkey bench. And here is Ikanasi, 0-4 in his 3 appearances here today. Such a competitor. We've seen him very frustrated and vocal about everything in the tournament. Gamboa cannot get that one. The throw to home, safe, and now Asi all the way to second base. And the tying run comes to bat. Seydan Ozdemir also 0-for-3, as again the manager for Venezuela, Neowaldo Zorrilla, comes to have a conversation with home plate official Brian Maniecki. Not exactly sure what this is about as well, as we will take another look. And Maniecki there gathering the rest of the officials from first base. Caridad Quiñones, Pablo Muñoz is the official at second, and Enrique de Leon at third. That was a quick chat. Now it's over, as Venezuela is 1 out away from securing a win. Ozdemir trying to prevent that. As you see Ozdemir there, also having a conversation with the rest of the team. Ozdemir retired, and that's the game. The flip to first, and that is the ball game. Venezuela in straight sets again beats Turkey as they did in their group stage encounter, this time by scores of 9-1 and 4-2. And with this result, Venezuela now reaches for the semi-final, as Porteles seems to be injured over there at first. Hopefully she is okay after a mild collision with Seyran Ozdemir. Seems to be favoring that left arm. And sportsmanship all over the place as the Turkey players, not only Ozdemir, go onto the field to check on her. Boy, that's a strong contact to the left arm there of Porteles. Her elbow just ricocheting there, but everything seems to be okay. And now more sportsmanship shown, as both of these teams will share a hand and congratulate themselves for their effort. You see the final score there in the second set. Venezuela 4-2, and in straight sets, they beat Turkey and they advance to the semifinals. They will play Chinese Taipei. Stick around, plenty of more action here in the WBSC's Youth Baseball 5 World Cup from Nayarit inside Parque La Loma. Tony Alvarez with you saying so long for now, but stay tuned. Cuba and Lithuania coming up next.
Llegó para quedarse contigo.